Fanatics Fest is the real deal experience. Oh my God, Jake Paul, the kids love him. And then you have the legend Mike Tyson.
I got Jake Paul knocking him out.
I love Mike Tyson. He's got
Mike Tyson.
When are you ready? Buck!
And we've had an accidental headbutt. I heard
Jake Paul seems pretty relaxed.
okay, because I'm like, you can't run in this.
I know what.
So today we are presenting Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul full fight highlight. Yeah, the fight no one asked for. But somehow everyone couldn't wait to see it was the clash of a boxing titan against a social media powerhouse, the guy who once ruled their ring versus the one who rules YouTube thumbnails. 7 months of build-up finally led to a anti-arena packed with fans and critics alike eager to see if Jake's Instagram confidence could stand up to Tyson's decades of grit. And
Is what you call a turning point, folks. Turning point, folks.
from the first bell, it was clear this wasn't a friendly exchange. At 58, Tyson still brought his trademark intensity, while Jake, armed with youth and reach, worked hard to keep the legend at bay, fighting to hold his ground. INTRO 3. By round 4, the tension was explosive. Every punch, jab, and near miss kept the crowd on edge, curious to see how it would unfold. This fight didn't go as anyone expected, and the ending left fans with more questions than answers. Stick around as I take you through each round of this wild showdown. If you thought Jake Paul would waltz into the ring and walk away with his signature cocky grin, reality had a surprise in store. At 58, Mike Tyson didn't show up for a friendly spar. He came to do what he's done best for decades. Jake was about to get a boxing education he hadn't bargained for. The iconic AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, was buzzing with anticipation. If you weren't there, you missed the fight lesson of a lifetime. This match just ended hours ago, and fans are still processing the shocking results. Jake Paul entered round 1 with all the bravado you'd expect from a YouTube star turned fighter, smirking, swaggering, and exuding that unique brand of confidence only he could pull off. Towering with a height and reach advantage, he seemed certain he had things under control. He landed a few quick jabs, trying to keep Tyson at bay, as if he were dealing with just any opponent. But here's the thing about Tyson. He isn't just any opponent. He's built his legacy breaking down giants, and no amount of reach was going to intimidate him tonight.
He didn't pay me, Where's the lawsuit? If you didn't get paid, where's the lawsuit? So it's a bunch of bullshit, but like I said before, they know what they're doing. Both brothers. Logan as well as Jake, they know what they're doing, so.
Jake Paul entered round 1 with all the bravado you'd expect from a YouTube star turned fighter, smirking, swaggering, and exuding that unique brand of confidence only he could pull off. Towering with a height and reach advantage, he seemed certain he had things under control. He landed a few quick jabs, trying to keep Tyson at bay, as if he were dealing with just any opponent. But here's the thing about Tyson. He isn't just any opponent. He's built his legacy breaking down giants, and no amount of reach was going to intimidate him tonight.
I used to train both of them. I started them out. I hooked them up with their first trainer. They're doing good, well, man. I'm very happy for them and their success, and they're doing good, man. Think about it. It was just some YouTube kids, and here they fought the great Floyd Mayweather and now Mike Tyson, the two biggest guys in the.
Make no mistake, Jake put in serious work to prepare for this fight, and it showed. He was quick, sharp, and trying to look like he had the upper hand. But preparing for Tyson is a whole different beast. By the end of round 1, doubt was creeping into Jake's eyes, as if he were thinking, asterisk, is this guy really 58 asterisk? Because Tyson didn't feel like a retired fighter. He felt like a truck coming at him. two, Tyson dropped any pretense of holding back. His expression shifted to that classic Tyson intensity, focused, unyielding. This wasn't just a young, flashy influencer in front of him. It was a kid who thought he could go toe-to-toe with a legend. Tyson began advancing with calculated, fierce movements, closing the distance with a kind of force that made every punch count. Jake tried to keep him at bay with quick jabs, staying light on his feet, but Tyson brushed them off as minor inconveniences. Every one of Jake's punches barely slowed him down on his determined path to victory.
You're like a snake. He'll pop out on you. He get there too quick. But if you charge him, you're gonna smother everything, because everything he push off his legs. He push off his legs so he too close. Like this, buddy. If you get him wrong, I mean, everybody get knocked out going backwards. Like this, and
Tyson went to work, throwing heavy, brutal body shots that left Jake visibly wincing. Each punch landed with a force that shook not only Jake's body, but his entire strategy. The youth advantage people were so quick to hype was fading fast. Tyson, the so-called old guy in this fight, was dismantling that myth punch by punch.
His name out there. You know, as long as he attached his name to mine, he's going to keep my name out there. Remember what he said? He said, oh, Mayweather ain't gonna, he didn't pay me, Where's the lawsuit? If you didn't get paid, where's the lawsuit? So it's a bunch of bullshit. But like I said before, they know what they're doing. Both brothers.
By round 3, the fight was all Tyson. Jake was still trying to keep up, staying nimble, but Tyson was relentless. Every step forward and each punch he threw carried the weight of experience and raw power. The difference in strength was undeniable. Jake was landing punches, yes, but Tyson's hits felt like thunderclaps, while Jake's barely registered, landing like whispers in comparison.
Fanatics Fest is the real deal experience. Oh my God, Jake Paul, the kids love him. And then you have the legend Mike Tyson.
I got Jake Paul knocking him out.
I love Mike Tyson.
Tyson kept pressing forward, undeterred, unstoppable, as if he turned back the clock a few decades. Jake's face told the story. His cocky confidence had vanished, replaced by a hint of desperation. It was the look of someone realizing, too late, that he might have bitten off more than he could chew. He kept throwing punches, but Tyson's mere presence was enough to make them look insignificant. Round 4 will be remembered for one thing: Tyson's infamous uppercut, the kind of punch that has haunted fighters' nightmares for years. And Jake got a first-hand experience. Tyson wound up and unleashed that uppercut, and in that split second, you could almost see Jake's legs buckle. It was like watching a tree fall, slow yet inevitable. But Tyson wasn't finished. He followed up with a flurry of heavy shots, leaving Jake stunned and barely able to stay upright. That uppercut was the turning point, the moment when any doubt about who was in control evaporated. Tyson had been dominating, but now he was putting on a clinic, showing the crowd what raw power and skill looked like. For all the hype surrounding Jake, he was barely hanging on, struggling to find his footing. Tyson, though, wasn't here to give him a chance to recover. He was here to prove that even at 58, he could still throw punches that would make younger fighters think twice.
Here we go, live.
Mike wants some more. What it is.
God of Wars, I've summoned him.
Because I entertain the...
By the end of round 4, it was clear Jake was struggling. Gone was the confidence and bravado, the flashy personality that had once filled the ring. Now he was just trying to survive. Tyson's punches had taken their toll. His ribs were bruised, his stamina depleted, and his energy visibly fading. Tyson had done what he does best: break down an opponent until there's nothing left. It was the classic Tyson strategy, and it was working to perfection. You could see Jake clinging on, searching for some way to fight back, but the reality was unavoidable. Tyson was too strong, too skilled, and too relentless. This wasn't like sparring or facing other YouTubers or MMA fighters. This was a raw, unforgiving lesson from one of boxing's most legendary figures. Jake, a kid out of his league, had stepped into the ring with a seasoned champion, and there was no easy way out. By the end of round 4, Jake was done. Tyson had proven that age is just a number when you're a fighter of his caliber. He delivered a masterclass in power, endurance, and skill, leaving Jake with nowhere to hide. The crowd knew it, Jake knew it, and Tyson knew it. He had won, and he'd done it convincingly. As Tyson stood there, victorious, he looked like a man who had just finished another day at work, while Jake looked like he'd been through a hurricane.
Right hand, maybe the side back straight fall up.
Oh, right hand to the body, another hip-hop OG Snoop Dogg, and look at this. Oh,
Nice combination.
I'm a little bit
Uppercut from Jake Paul.
too slow on his feet. Well, he was already set up.
Tyson didn't just win the fight, he dominated it. He came to prove that the title of the baddest man on the planet isn't something that fades with age. For Jake, it was a brutal reality check, a lesson in humility that he probably didn't expect, but one he certainly won't forget. Tyson hadn't just won. He reminded everyone of the stark difference between a legend and a rookie still trying to find his place. After the fight, the reactions were explosive. Fans were on their feet, social media was buzzing, and everyone was talking. Tyson had done what he does best, showing the world exactly why he's a living legend. As for Jake, he'd been put in his place. Credit to him for stepping into the ring with a legend. But Tyson had proven that even in his late 50s, he's still every bit the fighter he once was. Jake had underestimated him, and he paid the price for it. For the fans, this was a moment of pure satisfaction. They witnessed Tyson unleash his raw power, skill, and experience in a way that left no doubt about who's still the baddest man on the planet. Tyson is still at the top of his game, and he's not about to let anyone forget it. If you loved the action, hit that like button, subscribe for more, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Stay tuned for more crazy matchups like Tyson versus Jake Paul. This rivalry definitely isn't over yet. Stick with us for all the latest updates and highlights.